Hi. I'm ashamed. I'm now coming after 7 months. After 7 months, here I am. Hi. I know it's been 7 months since I popped on here on this channel, and if you see me looking down, it's because I'm on my notes so that I don't miss the points or the things that I have to tell you guys. Anyways, I know but by the thumbnail or by the title, you already know what is happening. I am smiling from ear to ear because it is a wonderful news. Anyways, if you see me smiling unnecessarily, it's because my sister is behind there. So, yeah. By the way, I've been away for the past 7 months, and that's because I was planning a little something, a little something for you guys, and it is drumroll, please. I'm sure you've already seen it in the title or the descriptions, the title or the thumbnail. So I don't think there's even a need for drumroll, but just for dramatic effect, let's just say drumroll, please. I am relocating. Okay, I'm so excited. See, if you've known me for the longest, you know that. Let me not finish that statement. But I've been wanting to relocate since forever, and this is the best opportunity or the best time in my life. This is the best time in my life for that to happen, right? So we are relocating. That's the reason why I have been MIA for the past 7 months. But that is not an excuse. However, the past is not a present, right? So I'm forgiven, right? I'm sure I am. Anyways, let me start from the beginning, from January last year all the way till now. So I started my whole relocation process since January 2023. Yes, you heard me right, since January 2023. And that's because the country's changed. Initially, I applied to 4 schools. The first one was to UC Berkeley, and that was in January 2023. And then a few months later, I applied to University of Manchester, and I applied to University of Salford and University of Liverpool. So 3 were in the UK and 1 was in the US. If you know me, you know that I'm not a big fan of the US. However, is this thing recording? I was saying that if you know me, you know that I'm not a fan of the US, but the reason why I applied to UC Berkeley was because there was a MasterCard scholarship. So I was like, oh, if you're going to fund me to go to the US entirely, then I will do it. If I'm going to get a stipend, I'm going to have my fees covered, my accommodation covered, everything covered, then I didn't have an issue being in the US. But I was not a big fan of the US. So I applied to UC Berkeley, got in. I got into Manchester as well, University of Manchester, that is, and I got into Salford and I got into Liverpool. So at the end of the day, I got into all 4 schools that I applied to. So I spoke about the schools that I applied to, and I spoke about the fact that I got into all of them. So the reasons why I didn't go with those schools. So for UC Berkeley, they didn't invite me to apply for the MasterCard scholarship. So they're supposed to invite you. And I think I didn't put the... So that was the reason why I didn't choose UC Berkeley. And the fees were so expensive. The fees was so expensive. I'm like, I'm not paying this to be in a country that I do not like. The second school was University of Manchester. I don't think I had a major reason for not choosing University of Manchester. I think I didn't like the course as much. So it now came down to which school in terms of courses. So for University of Manchester, I didn't really get the design course I wanted. I wanted to major in design in mechanical engineering, and I didn't get the design course I wanted. So I decided that, okay, MSc in mechanical engineering is just too broad for me, and I want to specialize. So I was like, nope, has to go. Then for University of Salford, around April, I think I got an email from them that their class is full. So after I had been given a conditional offer, I was just waiting to choose between the schools. I was waiting for the other offers to come in and choose and stuff like that. I was told that their course is full, so I should apply the following year. So now I was just left with, so I declined the offer for Manchester, and then I was left with Liverpool. And the reason why I didn't go to for Liverpool, I got a design course. It was MSc Design Engineering or something like that. No, product design or something like that. Yes. So that was the only one that was left. And I really liked Liverpool. I really, really liked Liverpool. But let me not say this, else I'll be called for a family meeting. But it's okay. God decided that it wasn't the best option. I guess that's the appropriate way to say it. even though that's not what I want to see. But yeah, let's let's be diplomatic like that and move on. So that was the end of the UK dream, the wanting to be in the UK. And to be honest, that wasn't my goal for the longest. So since freshman year, sort of, I've always wanted to be in Germany, but I don't know, for some reason, as time went on, I kind of like that dream kind of faded. So when I realized that my sister was relocating to the UK, I was like, oh, familiar faces, let me do the UK. So now that the UK dream didn't work out, or the going to school in the UK didn't work out, I decided that, oh, let me go back to my Germany dream. I've always wanted to be in Germany, so let me try it again. And I think for some time, I felt like I was going to be boring being in the UK, being in Germany. But now I guess I'm more pumped and excited to be in Germany. Now, I went back to the drawing board and decided that, okay, I know that I want to major in design and now I want to be in Germany. So let's look for design courses in Germany. And I think, okay, yes, I think one reason why I stopped following the whole Germany process was because I started searching for design courses and I wasn't getting what I wanted. So I was like, okay, what kind of design course would I want to be in? Like, what kind of design course do I want to do? Let me put it that way. So I started searching on ways to apply to German schools, and I came across and I came across a plethora of videos, like so many videos on Germany, and some of them showing you or directing you on how the baby is back, and some of them, oh don't worry, and some of them telling you or showing you the processes to apply to German schools. So unlike the UK, where you can just go on Google and type those schools and you find every information that you want, this one there's a whole database for it. So there's a DAT website. There's a DAT website where you go and there's every single information on German schools on there. So I went there and I did a whole search and I started saving some of the schools that I liked and the courses that I liked. So I saved a couple of like schools and then later on went back to the saved documents, and then so I filtered the filters. I filtered the search and then chose the kind of course, the kind of places I want and all of that. So after I saved all of the schools that I wanted, I went to the saved space and then broke it down again. At the end of the day, I had 4 schools. But to me, I wanted to apply to only one. I don't like, if I'm not going to go to the school, what's the point of wasting my energy or my time applying to the school? So I was like, if I'm not going to go to a particular school or I don't feel like going to that school, there's no need wasting my time and my energy. So at the end of the day, after breaking it down to 4 schools, I ended up applying to only one school. If you hear any baby cries or baby screams in it, it's my little beautiful niece. So don't worry, okay? This is what happens when you're an auntie like me. It doesn't matter. So let's go on, even with the baby. Let's continue. Now, after breaking it down to 4 schools, I applied to only one school. I know I'm crazy for doing that, and I'm sure you are crazy as well, and you probably will do the same. But yes, I applied to one school, and that's because I didn't have the energy to write GRE. All the other schools wanted GRE. I was like, I'm not writing GRE, please. I studied 2 days. I was like, I'm done. I love Greg maths, but like, I don't want to do GRE. So I was like, which school wouldn't require so much from me? I didn't want a school that will ask for English test. I didn't want a school that will ask for GRE. I didn't want a school that will ask me to authenticate my documents and all of that long process just to end up rejecting you. So I found the perfect school, and I was being told that school is one of the hardest schools to get in. But I don't know, maybe it is, I don't know. So they didn't ask for GRE, no IELTS, nothing. The way I applied to the UK school, that's another reason why I wanted to go to the UK, because I didn't have to write English tests. I didn't have to write any of the GRE and stuff like that. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to go to the UK. But anyways, back to Germany. So the perfect school I found was Hochschule Esslingen. Hochschule Esslingen. I hope I'm pronouncing this right. So Juliet, if you're watching this, please let me know if I got it right or not. okay, which is University of Applied Sciences, Esslingen, or Esslingen University of Applied Sciences. So I found that perfect, wonderful school, and I stand to be corrected. Not that I stand to be corrected, I haven't experienced the school yet, so let me save some of the praises till I get there. Anyways, so I found that school, the course was fantastic, and my course is MEng. So I did Master of Engineering instead of Master of Science because I didn't want to do research. I wanted to work in the field. So I did Master of Engineering in Design and Development in Automotive and Mechanical Engineering. So the next application phase started in January 2024. So I'm still looking for the schools like November-ish, December-ish, that side. So I finished my NSS in August. So from August, I think I rested for the whole of August because that was my leave. I rested the whole of August, and then September we started the hunt. We started looking for schools, we started looking into stuff. Where should we go? What other options should we take? And all of that. So I ended up with Germany, and that's when the process started in 2024. So I officially started my application process in 2024 this year. And on the 28th of January, I put in my application for the course I just mentioned. And yeah, we started the waiting game. For Esslingen, the process opens in November. Like let's say it opened in November 2023 and then closes March 2024. And there's nothing like a rolling basis for most German schools, especially if it's a public school. So my school is public. Actually, this is my fun fact. This is my first time going to public school. That's crazy. So yeah, it is not on a rolling basis. So you have to wait for 31st March to come. Yeah. You have to wait for 31st March and the deadline to reach before you hear anything from the school. So I waited 31st March. And you could have said that, oh, from January all the way to 31st March, you could have learned GRE, you could have written the GRE exam and applied to more schools. I didn't want to. I just plainly did not want to go through that stress. So I stuck with Esslingen, and 31st March, we entered April. Come and see me. I was sweating, my heart was pounding, I was nervous. I'm like, oh my god, I only did one school. This is so crazy. This is so what's it called? This is so risky. And I was like, you know what? If it's not for me, it's not gonna be for me. I think that's what I use. The Lulu is only so Lulu, I guess. That's what I tell myself all the time to convince myself to just go ahead and trust the process and trust God. So that's what I did. I just decided to trust God in this process, and I was like, if I'm getting it, it's not I'm getting it. Anyways, 26th of April, 26 days, baby in the background, 26 days after the deadline, I got a message, email. I was literally going to take my bath like in the afternoon, and I just checked my phone, and I was like, your DDM. I was like, so I checked it, and it was like, congratulations. No, I don't think they said congratulations. They were like, dear Sharifa, or something like that. Dear Miss Sharifa, something like that. I'll put an email there so you're gonna see it. And like, we are pleased to inform you that I was like, yes, we got in. We did it. Okay. I was so excited. I was like, I am so relieved, and now I don't have to worry about applying to any other school. And what I did was like I sacrificed two of my schools. I sacrificed Aachen and TH Ingolstadt. I sacrificed those two schools, and then the last school was Rheinval or something like that. I'm probably pronouncing it wrongly. But that last school, I was like, if I don't get this Lingen, then I'm going to apply to that school. So I made sure that the deadline for the fourth school was a bit far away so that I can have time to prepare for GREs and apply to that school. So that was my fallback. So don't think that, oh, I just went in and I didn't have any fallback. I had a fallback, but it didn't get to that point. So I'm so grateful for that. So yeah, we got into the school, and then we started the whole process. And God knows how I've suffered, but it was human being that made me suffer, not the process. I love the process. I love going through the process because I love planning, and I love to like, oh, we plan this way, we are planning this video, we are planning that, we are planning the process. I love the whole process. Any pan expressing out. If you're watching this video right now, then it means that I am currently not in Ghana anymore. So this place does not exist in my videos. Oh no, will not exist in my videos anymore. Or maybe the first few videos to drop. Yeah. But the point of the matter is that I am no more in Ghana, and I'm in Germany. That is why you're seeing this video. And hi, this is my first application to Germany. No, this is my first application to a German university, and I really hope that it is my last. I love planning. I love planning. It makes me feel like I have my life together when I don't. But the Lulu is the only one. Don't do. All right. I really love cheese balls, but every time I eat it, I get it on my fingers. So I started eating them with chopsticks. Best decision.
Anyways, hello guys. I haven't given an update in like forever, and the only reason why I'm so ashamed is currently 17. I just finished Tahajjud, and I decided that, well, I'm clothed, so let me just start the video. And I am so ashamed to say that the reason why I've not been updating you guys on this whole journey is because most of the time I'm in the house and I'm not dressed properly to come on camera, and so I'm just lazy to dress properly and sit down and talk to you guys. And when I am, let me go back, I don't know if this is clear because I'm using the back camera, and when I go out, I'm in public to talk about it, so I just don't talk about it, I guess, and I don't even know why. So I'll actually sit down and go through the entire process and insert these clips. I will find a way to edit this video sharp. So what's it called, where are we right now? So I got my admission on the 26th of April 2024, and then I decided that, oh, let's see the way forward. So when I got my admission, the next day I booked for an appointment to the embassy. And the reason is that first time I looked at the appointment stuff in January of this year, and when I checked, right, they still had the whole category A, category B thing going on. And a rundown for the whole category A, category B thing was that if you had first class in your undergrad, you would be in category A, and it puts you on a priority list, so you kind of get a whole month to choose dates. So that was the time when people were choosing dates. And then if you're in category B, you could wait for like a whole year before you actually get a date, because you are not a priority. That's what they were doing. And I'm so glad that they switched that. Although I was supposed to be in category A, I don't care, but I feel like it's a bit sad to have to wait a whole year when you don't know about this, and you find out that you have to wait a whole year. That's a bit heartbreaking. So now you just go enjoy the waiting list, and then after 4 weeks they will give you a date. So when I applied, before I had already booked for an appointment, but my date came earlier before my admission, so I had to cancel it and book another one. So I cancelled that one. That one I applied in March, and they gave me, after 2 weeks or so, they gave me a date in May. I was like, nah, this is way too close, because the admissions people from Icelandic said that you would get admission at least by the end of May. So I was like, what if I don't get it by the end of May? Like, mine comes by the end of May, and I've not put things together to actually go for the appointment, so I cancelled it, and I booked one the next day after I got my admission. So on the 27th I booked an appointment with the German embassy. Yes, so I joined the waiting list, and then after I literally waited 4 weeks. I waited 4 weeks, either 3 or 4 weeks, for them to get back to me. And when they got back to me, I'll put it on the screen if the actual dates. So I waited for about 3 to 4 weeks for them to get back to me, and they gave me an appointment date which was 5 weeks ahead. So when you are doing this process, you have to come prepared. The moment you have the thought that, oh, I want to do my master's in Germany, you have to start. That's when your process starts. Even before you've applied to the school, you need to get all of this information. So I'll do a whole separate video showing you the processes that I went through, right? Like the processes you have to do. I'll do multiple videos on coming to Germany to study, so that if you have any questions and all the help that you need, because I joined a wonderful group and there are wonderful people there, especially Eddie. I don't know if his name is pronounced Eddie or Eddie, so, but I'll do Eddie for now. Or Eddie. Should I do Eddie? For some reason that was how I pronounced his name in my head, because we are Ghanaians. So that's a wonderful person called Eddie, and he deserves all the flowers in this world. Every dollar on this planet, he deserves it because he's such an amazing soul, helping people get visas literally from admission. He will help you with every single thing. But me, I prefer to have more control over my stuff, and so I decided to do my things but myself. But if I need help answering any question, he's the one to go to. He'll give you an answer to anything you ask. He's literally like ChatGPT. He'll give you the answer to everything that you ask because he knows a lot about German processes, even outside the scope of student education. Like he has a lot, and he's a student in Germany right now. Anyways, back to what I was talking about. So I'll do a separate video on that. So that means it took 9 weeks for me to get. Hey Charlie, my neck is hurting. So meaning it took me 9 weeks to get an appointment date with the embassy. So when I booked on the 27th of April, I got a date in July. Yeah. I got a date in July, which is the 8th of July. Today is the 5th of July, Friday, and my appointment is on Monday. So I am talking to you guys even before I've gone for the appointment. So the things that I gathered, I'll put them on the screen, or future Sharifa will come and talk about all of them. So if I don't want to say them and mess them up, so I will have to write a script and then talk about it properly for you to understand. So yeah, I got all my documents, and then I used if you don't know, you're supposed to have a block account or an obligatory letter or a scholarship. Those are the only 3 ways to show proof of funds for German education. So you cannot bring a bank statement and claim that, oh, that's what's going to support me. No, the German embassy would literally sack you if you do that. So if you have somebody in Germany who will be your sponsor, then they will have to apply for an obligatory letter. If you don't have that, you can apply for scholarship. If you have scholarship, wonderful. But if you don't have scholarship, the only way to show proof of funds is to have a blocked account, and that is creating an account with the German bank. There are 3. Hello guys, I don't know if you can hear me. Anyways, hello guys. I haven't given an update in like forever, and the only reason why I'm still ashamed is currently 12:17. I just finished Tahajjud, and I decided that, well, I'm flow. So let me just start the video. And I am so ashamed to say that the reason why I've not been updating you guys on this whole journey is because most of the time I'm in the house and I'm not dressed properly to come on camera, and so I'm just lazy to dress properly and sit down and talk to you guys. And when I am, let me go back, I don't know if this is clear because I'm using the back camera, and when I go out, I'm in public to talk about it. So I just don't talk about it, I guess, and I don't even know why. So I'll actually sit down and go through the entire process and insert these clips. I will find a way to edit this video sharp. So what's it called? Where are we right now? So I'm just giving a rundown of what I've done so far. So far, I applied to Esslingen University of Applied Sciences. I got in April, I think the 26th of April, if I'm not wrong. So 26th of April, I applied in January, and they actually give out, it's not on a rolling basis. They sit down and get all of the applications, yes, and then decide to give out the admissions. So there's no, oh, the place is full when someone could have deserved it. No, when someone would have been a better fit, you've already given the admission out, so you can't do anything about it. Do you get it? It's not like the UK, where it's on a rolling basis and you can get admission after 2 days, 3 days, a week, and if the class is full, they just close admissions. Yeah, I know a school like that. Anyways, so I applied. The application was open from 2nd November last year all the way to 31st March this year. So I applied in January, right? I applied on 28th of January 2024, and I got in. So after 31st, they started giving out the admission. So I got mine on the 20. Excuse me. So I got my admission on the 26th of April 2024, and then I decided that, oh, let's see the way forward. So when I got my admission, the next day I booked for an appointment to the embassy, and the reason is that first time I looked at the appointment stuff in January of this year, and when I checked, right, they still had the whole category A, category B thing going on, and a rundown for the whole category A, category B thing was that if you had first class in your undergrad, you would be in category A, and it puts you on a priority list, so you kind of get a whole month to choose dates. So that was the time where people were choosing dates. And then if you're in category B, you could wait for like a whole year before you actually get a date, because you are not a priority. That's what they were doing. And I'm so glad that they switched that. Although I was supposed to be in category A, I don't care, but I feel like it's a bit sad to have to wait a whole year when you don't know about this and you find out that you have to wait a whole year. That's a bit heartbreaking. So now you just go enjoy the waiting list, and then after 4 weeks they will give you a date. So when I applied, before I had already booked for an appointment, but my date came earlier before my admission, so I had to cancel it and book another one. So I cancelled that one. I applied in March, and they gave me, after 2 weeks or so, they gave me a date in May. I was like, nah, this is way too close, because the admissions people from Islingen said that you would get admission at least by the end of May. So I was like, what if I don't get it by the end of May? Like mine comes by the end of May, and I have not put things together to actually go for the appointment, so I cancelled it and I booked one the next day after I got my admission. So on the 27th I booked an appointment with the German embassy. Yes, so I joined the waiting list, and then after I literally waited 4 weeks. I waited 4 weeks, either 3 or 4 weeks, for them to get back to me. And when they got back to me, I'll put it on the screen if the actual dates. So I waited for about 3 to 4 weeks for them to get back to me, and they gave me an appointment date which was 5 weeks ahead. So when you are doing this process, you have to come prepared. The moment you have the thought that, oh, I want to do my master's in Germany, you have to start. That's when your process starts. Even before you've applied to the school, you need to get all of this information. So I'll do a whole separate video showing you the processes that I went through, right? Like the processes you have to do. I'll do multiple videos on coming to Germany to study, so that if you have any questions and all the help that you need, because I joined a wonderful group and there are wonderful people there, especially Eddie. I don't know if his name is pronounced Eddie or Eddie. So, but I'll do Eddie for now. Or Eddie. Should I do Eddie? For some reason, that was how I pronounced his name in my head, because you know we are Ghanaians. So that's a wonderful person called Eddie, and he deserves all the flowers in this world. Every dollar on this planet, he deserves it, because he's such an amazing soul, helping people get visas literally from. Guys, I'm in deep water. All the Uber drivers don't want to go to Accra. I don't know, because of the traffic. And now if I don't leave now, I'm going to be late. So now I don't know what to do. I was trying to even get to China Mall and then move from there, but now I am stuck. We have to find a way to go. But anyways, today is the day we are going for the visa interview. Hopefully everything goes on well. Inshallah, everything well. This is what I am wearing. The shirt, trousers, and then sandals. So that's just it. Anyways, bye. This is a freestyle voiceover. Basically, what I was trying to say here was that I cannot eat before I go for important things, that because I'm just so anxious. Exams, interviews, all of those stuff. So I went in there without eating, and I got there at 7 a.m. and I was so hungry, because I finished like around 1 p.m. I'm not so sure. So I passed by Vida Cafe to get something to eat, and I was just talking about my interview, the fact that it was short, nothing really much happened. I spent less than 3 minutes in there, I believe. Yeah, that was basically it. I probably would do what I was asked in my interview some other time, maybe not. But yeah, I was a bit anxious that maybe I would not get a visa after the interview, but I was like, well, we just have to trust the process, and that was it. Yeah.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
It has. I'm recording your reaction though. It has. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. See, they're not even praying about this one thing. They're not even praying about this one thing. Only God knows.
Wow. Did it come like an email?
No, they called me. I'm coming.
I know there's a lot of noise on the screen. I mean, the video has a lot of noise, but I just got my passport back today. I know this is it. I just got my passport back today, and I got the visa. So yesterday I went to DHL, and then when I was coming, I saw so I decided to buy their Oreo ice cream cake. I just bought it because it was there, and it turns out to be my celebratory dessert. And I bought their cheesecake ice cream. It's okay. I mean, they're all okay. I'm yet to actually have ice cream that like does the most and impresses me. But I do like the Sandra chocolate and coconut flavor. I know Aram and Jesse are going to have my neck for this. I don't know what's with me and vanilla and chocolate, vanilla and coconut. Anyways, I like Bounty, so you should know that I would like that. So, and Alberta made, I don't know if you guys have seen Albie on my channel, but Albie made this buffet. Yeah, it's thick. This is her first time, but she brought it so well. It's so thick, heavy, and nice. It's just like the texture. She didn't get the texture fully well, but it's so good, and I like it honestly. Yeah, you'll get the texture right next time. But this is what I'm using to celebrate. So cheesecake, Oreo ice cream cake. Sorry, cheesecake ice cream. Oreo ice cream cake. Yeah, the fruit. And then I'm playing Township. I know I've cracked my tablet, but
Hey guys, Future Sharifa here, editing Sharifa to be precise, and I'm so sorry that this video has to end here. It's already been long enough, and I know I didn't plan this video properly, but the other ones that are coming probably still not planned well, but it's going to be the travel prep, getting all the things ready, visiting people, going out with friends, having fun before I get here, and then we will have the actual travel vlog, and then the few weeks in Germany. I will give you all the deeds, I'll give you all the tea on what happened, and just to give you like some energy, we flew business, and it was the best decision ever. It was the best experience. I had a lot of fun on the trip, but not so much fun after the trip, and I'll tell you all about it in the next videos. So until then, bye bye.